extra point try with Paul McDonald, the rookie quarterback from USC holding. And Cockcroft makes it 14-0 with 4 minutes and 26 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We were looking for an aerial circus here this afternoon. So far, the air lanes have belonged to Brian Seif and the Cleveland Browns. For Colts by a score of 14-0, as Brian Seif is red hot this afternoon. And you're seeing it all now. Don Cockcroft to kick off to Kim Anderson and to Nesby Glasgow. And you're seeing the Cleveland Browns are ready to charge downfield on this special teams unit to cover Cockcroft's kickoff. High and short. And it is taken on the 19-yard line by number 66, Curtis Foote, who doesn't get a chance to carry the ball very often. And he brings the ball back to the 28-yard line. Willis Adams made the tackle on the play. Carl, were you ever on a receiving team? I mean, any time in your career?
Well, no, I wasn't, but I'm not so sure he should have handled that ball. They had the defensive, the deep man coming up to catch the ball and could have caught it with full steam. It may have been a better return. When you don't handle the ball that much, you shouldn't really handle it unless you're absolutely sure there's no one else around to handle it.
All right, Burt Jones and the Colts, 1st and 10 on the 28. And it's Curtis Dickey, number 27, who is now in the backfield. The speedster from Texas A&M, brought down by Clay Matthews, number 57. Curtis Dickey really put some firepower into the running game of the Colts last week in Kansas City. Pittsburgh leading Tampa Bay by a score of 24-14. That game is in the second quarter. And you guessed it, Terry Bradshaw and Lynn Swan are at it. How about this one? New York Giants, 1-8. They've really had trouble, but not today. Look at that lead over the Dallas Cowboys in the second quarter. Phil Simms having a big day. And Chicago having a big day against Washington. 28-0 in that one. Burt Jones, Curtis Dickey. Uh-oh, somebody got hooked up there on the line. Do I see a flag? I do not. As Dickey got to the outside, Dick Ambrose, 52, brought him down after a gain of 5 yards. The ball now at the 35-yard line. It is 3rd down 3 coming up. Dick Ambrose out of Virginia. Continuing the scores, the St. Louis Cardinals, who are playing good football this year, are leading Atlanta 7-0. That's an early one. Tim Mazzetti, a field goal of 43 yards for Atlanta, and San Francisco leading Green Bay 6-0 in the first quarter. Steve DeBerg hitting Freddie Sullivan on a 22-yard touchdown pass. Joe Washington and Don McCauley are now in the backfield for Baltimore, 3rd down 3. First down to Washington on the 42, but what a hit he took from Ambrose. Number 52 right in there again, a gain of 8 and a first down. But you talk about getting stuck. Ambrose really put the leather into Joe Washington.
I'll tell you, Cleveland's got an excellent crew of linebackers, but Ambrose is certainly one of the finest. You'll see he gets back deep enough into coverage, but he comes up in there, he sticks Joe Washington, and I'll tell you, when you get hit, you see him shake his head, that hurts. He doesn't want any more of that.
Now the Colts at the 43. Franklin 38, Dickey 27 of the setbacks for Burt Jones. Jones goes to Ray Butler, the wide receiver, for short yardage. Ron Bolton, 28, had the coverage for the Cleveland Browns, and now Burt Jones is starting to warm it up. A gain of 6 yards, 7 yards make it. 2nd down 3. Jones is now 4 for 4 for 31 yards. On the other side of the coin, Seif is perfect, 5 for 5, 75 yards. Mike McCormick hoping this will be the drive that will get his Baltimore Colts underway and on the scoreboard. And Sam Rutigliano hoping that defense can do what it's done so far in the first quarter. 2nd and 3. A diving catch, and the ball is dropped on the 45-yard line. Franklin coming out of the backfield, popped by Ron Bolton, 28. Cleveland couldn't hold on to the football, the 3rd-year man from Baylor. He sat out last year. He was cut by the Philadelphia Eagles, signed on by the Colts. He's done a good job. 6'1", 212 pounds. Now he comes to the sideline. 3rd down 3 for the Colts, who trailed 14-0 with a minute 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Butler is splitting wide to the left and Roger Carr to the right. McCauley 23, Washington 20 on the setbacks. Flag down. Jones going for the first down of the run. and he slides into second base or into center field in this ballpark at the 33-yard line. But we have a personal foul face mask called against the Baltimore Colts, which is going to kill that big gain in the first down by Burt Jones.
There are a couple things there. One, that the defensive line did a stunt, and that's what they call like twist, where the end replaces the tackle or the tackle replaces the end, and that made that open in the middle. But you also get great penetration, putting the rusher on the Burt Jones, and I think that's why he brought the ball down and was able to run. Let's listen.
Personal foul, face mask, 69, offense, third down.
Wade Griffin, the left tackle, was guilty of the call, and it is third down 8, which puts Burt Jones in a passing situation again. Wade Griffin having a big year, his 4th year out of Mississippi.
Okay, now I'm sure the Browns are going to probably cover something else again this time. They stunned the lineman that time, and they'll probably blitz the linebacker this time. Let's see if they do it and what Burt Jones does.
All right, let's see what they do. Third down 8. Alzado trying to get to the passer. Jones gets it away, and it's almost intercepted by number 28, Ron Bolden. Ray Butler, number 80, the intended receiver, and Butler, the rookie from USC, went up there and almost picked it off, and it's a 4th down coming up for the Baltimore Colts, and the punting unit will come on.
Well, you'll see, they did blitz, they did send somebody in, but they got great pickup here. Mendenhall picking up his guy, but Butler makes a great recovery here, covered his man, coming in front to get the ball and knocks it away.
Mike Bragg back to punt for the Baltimore Colts. Keith Wright is deep for the Cleveland Browns. Bragg 41 yards and 2 punts. Keith Wright, a very exciting player. He's beaten the injury drinks a year ago. Wright will run it back from the 17. Look at the Colts coverage, and a flag is dropped. Wade Griffin, 69, to make up for the mistake he made a moment ago, was down in the coverage to make the tackle.
Okay, the flag is, Merrill, I know what, they had a great wall set up there for Cleveland Browns, but it looks like he got him with his leg. He kind of came in there and shot the tackle, and they may have been holding him. Well, go ahead.
Cal Lepore heads the officiating crew of today. He's been kind of busy in the first half. We've got a minute 10 to go in the first quarter, and a timeout coming up with the Browns leading by a score of 14-0. We'll be right back after this. Brian Sipe leading the Browns on his first 2 drives for touchdowns. But right now, Carl, this Baltimore defense can really put a dent in Sipe and this Cleveland offense.
Well, this is where you want to make the play. You want to hold them down there. You got to get the good field position. You get the ball back to your team, especially being back 14 points at this point. Defensive line has really played well here.
Mike Pruitt breaking a tackle. Look at Pruitt go out to the 17, almost a first down. Nesby Glasgow, 25, the safety man, the free safety, had to make the tackle after Mike Pruitt picked up 9 yards, and that's a no-no.
Well, that's a no-no, but what the defensive line is really going in there, and they had a missed tackle, though. They should have had him, and Mike Pruitt just broke the tackle and goes for a long gain.
And the Steelers continue to lead Tampa Bay at the half. Dallas coming back after trailing by 2 touchdowns, now down by 1 in the second quarter against the Giants. Second down, 1. Pretty good hit. Charles White carrying the ball, and Ed Simonini, 54, met him in the hole to make the hit, but I believe he has the first down anyway. Look at the Bears. They're rolling over Washington this afternoon at the half against Jack Pardee at the big Lakefront Stadium in Chicago. Jack coming home and being treated rather rudely. Next Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, it's NBC Sports World. You'll see some of America's best in the first World Invitational Track and Field Championships from China. Then see the intensity of women's powerlifting and the best in bowling going pen for pen on the legends of bowling next week, 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Sports World. It is a first down for the Cleveland Browns, so Brian Sipe, again leading the Browns here in his 3rd possession in this first quarter with 12 seconds remaining, and I believe he's going to let the clock run down and take the 14-point lead rather at the end of the first period. That's exactly what he's going to do. So the Browns, who are 6-3 and tied with the Houston Oilers for the lead in the AFC Central Division, led by Sam Rutigliano, have a 14-0 lead over the Baltimore Colts, who have been able to do very little against Cleveland's defense. We'll be right back. Mike McCormick, head coach of the Colts on the left, seemingly thinking, hey, 36 yards will never do it against this club. And Sam Rutigliano saying 127 for the first quarter, not bad, Carl.
Those are good stats, Merle. And I'll tell you, that Brian Sykes is really hot today, but he's got some great guys supporting him.
First down to the 18 for Cleveland. Rucker comes in motion. Laird to cover him. The run goes the other way to Charles White. He breaks it to the outside, and Nesby Glasgow yanks him down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a first down. A gain of 12 and a first down for the Cleveland Browns.
Let's see, Charles White, we mentioned his speed. He has the speed to get outside. He's a very fast runner, being a sprinter, running about a 6'1", 60. And I'll tell you, when you got that kind of speed, if you can get that guy loose in the broken field, he's trouble.
At USC in his career, he gained 6,245 yards, and this, again, is a statistic that tells the story of why Cleveland has a 14-0 lead in the second quarter. Here's the other one, this man right here, Brian Sykes. Mike Pruitt hits Simonini, gets him at the 33. Simonini, number 56, who's been very busy this afternoon as that Cleveland offensive line, even though injury-riddled, is really doing a job.
Oh, you'll see Simonini now. Henry Shepard and Tom DeLeon, the center there, they've got a job of trying to keep this guy off of the running back. But Simonini, with his small size, he's got great agility and great strength.
A gain of 3, second down, 7. Logan to the left, Rucker to the right. Logan at the 40. And he is spun down by Larry Brazil, number 45, the right quarterback. A gain of 8 yards for Dave Logan. Logan is 6'4", 216 pounds, out of the University of Colorado. Has caught 30 passes going into this game for 464 yards, which leads the Browns, 15.5 average, if you care to carry all those figures out. And he has caught 1 touchdown pass going into today's game, and now he's caught another one. Sipe, 6 out of 6, 82 yards.
They haven't used their tight end, Ozzie Newsome, who's been a big figure for the Browns this year. And I'd be surprised to see him break loose and do something here.
And Sipe again going to the air to Reggie Rucker, and the flag is dropped as Rucker makes the reception at about the 48-yard line of Baltimore. Derek Hatchett, 42, had the coverage, and let's see what the flag's about. Derek Hatchett, a rookie, and you might expect that Brian Sipe would be going after him. Sipe has just been absolutely perfect today. You couldn't ask a quarterback to do any more than he has done. Pass interference is the call.
Pass interference, 42. Defense.
Derek Hatchett, guilty of pass interference.
Well, you talk about Brian Sipe, Merrill. The Cleveland Browns, if you notice, they haven't punted today. When they talk about Sipes, they talk about going to the Super Bowl. In fact, in Cleveland, they're calling it the Cyper Bowl.
The Cyper Bowl, huh? Keith Wright is out of the ball game with a knee injury, and the report is he will not be back today. First down for the Browns on the 45 of the Colts. De Leon over the ball. Rucker in motion. The ball is stripped by number 63, Mike Barnes, as Pruitt took the handoff, and Barnes came up with a big defensive play, stripping the ball, and the Colts have recovered.
Well, we talked about Mike Barnes. You take this momentum from a defensive lineman, and he's got it. Coming up with a big play there, and we'll see what the Colts do. It'll certainly help him.
And Simonini recovered the fumble. So Simonini has been very busy. And so we have 12:44 to go in the first half as the Colts take over. Carl, the Baltimore defense decided it had better come up with a big play, and did.
Well, that better. You see Mike Barnes are taking an inside cut on Jackson here, who is replacing Shepard there at the right guard spot. But Barnes has been having a great year, and he's using his speed. He's a big guy, too, Merle. He's got the ability to break a tackle or to beat an offensive guard and get in there and make a play like that.
Now, can the Colt offense take advantage of what the defense has done for them? Franklin and Dickey are the running backs for Burt Jones. Baltimore down by 14. Little play action. Jones dumps it over to the middle to Curtis Franklin, his big fullback, and he is across the 40 for a first down. He picks up about 14 and winds up near the 36-yard line. So Cleveland Franklin becomes a ball carrier. A pass catcher is brought down by Charlie Hall, number 59, after an 18-yard pickup.
Burt Jones goes to his backs here because with a three-man line, he gets an extra linebacker out there, but he's helping in the backfield, trying to help on the wide receivers, Butler and those guys. And he goes off to his running back here, and that's coming with a nice gain. He gets the ball, and he's able to pick it for a couple extra yards. Roger
Carr has not been heard from today. He is split wide to the left. Jones goes to the run. And Curtis Dickey explodes up the middle behind Robert Fred and Ken Mendenhall and breaks it down to about the 23. Clarence Scott, number 22, the strong safety, stops him after a 19-yard gain.
Well, you say Curtis Dickey's got that speed. He had a great game last week with a 51-yard run, which is his longest run. I think he's got a lot of confidence in himself now, and I think he's going to have a great year the rest of the year. But you see now he does have that ability to break through the line, and he's got tremendous speed. And I wouldn't be surprised if he comes with another long run today.
The Browns scored on the first two possessions of the opening quarter. Charles White from 5 yards out. Dave Logan, a 39-yard pass from sight. Now, finally, the Colts are on the move. Play action. Jones drills his big tight end, Reese McCall, for a touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown pass to Reese McCall, his third touchdown of the year. And for Burt Jones, number 15.
Reese McCall is this the second week he's gotten a touchdown. Burt Jones throws a great ball going right in there, right in the middle of the coverage. Reese McCall is there. He takes in another 6 yards, and they come up with 6 points. And now they're only trailing by 1 touchdown. And they took advantage of the good field position and a big play by Mike Barnes.
So Burt Jones indeed taking advantage of that recovered fumble. And Landry will hold it. And Steve Mickemeyer puts it right to the left. It is not good. So Mickemeyer misses. Could be a big one. 11-14 to go in the first half. And now it is Cleveland 14 and Baltimore. Steve Mickemeyer, top left, to kick off to Dino Hall on the goal line. Keith Wright out with a knee injury, not expected back this afternoon. It is 14-6 Cleveland. And Mickemeyer really booms it to Dino Hall. He will down it. This little guy is an exciting football player. Love to see him bring that ball out, but not this time. He was about 4 yards deep. The scoring drive for Baltimore took a minute and 30 seconds to go 53 yards after the fumble recovery, and it took Burt Jones but 3 plays, and then he drilled big tight end Reese McCall with a 24-yard touchdown pass. Cleveland 14-6 in the second quarter. Brian Sipe brings the offense on. Sipe off to a great start this afternoon. 7 out of 7, 96 yards. How much better can you do? Charles White off his own right tackle, running behind Robert E. Jackson and Cody Risen. And he is brought down by Mike Barnes and Ed Simonini after he gets about 3 yards. Second down, 7. This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Baltimore Colts and the National Football League is prohibited. Sipe sends Logan to the left, Rucker in the slot to the left.